Alright, moving on in the series, King's Quest III to Heir is Human. I said it before, this is one of the very first PC games that I can recall playing ever. It's up there along with Leisure Suit Larry and Lemmings, and beyond that my memory is a blur. I definitely recall playing this and not getting terribly far. Then many years later, I looked at a walkthrough. I'll talk more about that with respect to the magic system in just a moment. I do recall following it and going around the map and following some instructions. I can't tell you whether or not I've actually completed this game, or if I remember what's in it. It's not quite a blind playthrough, but it's close. Gwydion is a lonely lad of 17 who has lived for as long as he can remember with an evil and cruel wizard by the name of Manannan. Gwydion gazes upon the countryside of Ludor with longing, wishing he were free to leave. But, alas, such is not the case. Manannan treats the poor boy like his slave, ordering him about, constantly threatening him, and refusing to ever let him leave the premises. Often, Gwydion wonders who he really is, and how he came to live with the old wizard. But Manannan offers no help in that area. Suddenly, the front door opens and out stalks Manannan, the wizard. "Gwydion!" he shouts harshly. I'm going to need a wizard's voice. I don't have a good one. Oh! Gwydion rushes to his side, afraid he may be in trouble. "Why are you not working, boy?" the wizard sneers. That's not really a sneer, but whatever. Gwydion mumbles a faint reply. "The kitchen floor is filthy," Manannan grumbles. "Go sweep it, now!" Turning on his heel, the wizard re-enters the house, slamming the door behind him. I can already tell that voice is going to kill me. Such is the story of young Gwydion's life to this point. What's a poor boy to do? Oh well. In resignation, Gwydion obediently follows Manannan into the house. And once again, I've had to do all of that in post because it moves by so fast I can barely read it, let alone actually narrate it. So I'm having to do all of this in post before I can even start playing the game. Alright, we're in this house, but we don't have time to look around here just yet. We need to take a look at the manual, as always. It looks like we've only got about 4 pages this time of story. There is some stuff underneath that which I do want to take a look at involving the magic system, but let's take a look at the story first. A long time ago, when magic was the only science known to man, there dwelt in the land of Ludor a wizard named Manannan. He was very learned in all matters of the heavens and earth. Really quickly, I don't know if that's how Ludor is intended to be pronounced. I did install the AGD interactive version and Ludor was not mentioned in the intro. So unfortunately, I won't know if that's correct or if that was their interpretation until we get to the VGA version. Of great age, Manannan presented a frail appearance, as though his skin were made of bleached and weathered parchment. Manannan's impression of fragility lasted only until one looked into his coal-black eyes, which burned with a strange fire. This was, indeed, a powerful wizard. Although he was powerful and capable of conjuring up vast armies of spirit servants to sweep his hearth, prepare his meals, and other menial tasks which he would not soil his hands, this solution to his everyday needs was not satisfactory to him, for he liked his solitude and didn't want a lot of spirits, who besides all else are quite inquisitive and mischievous, cluttering up his house. Instead, he impressed a very young boy to do his bidding, taking the lad when he was only a year old. I'm sorry, you got a child 1 year old doing your chores? Wow. So he would have no memories to tug at him in the years to come. Unfortunately for Manannan, boys grow up and become adventuresome young men. As his slave grew in stature and in strength, Mannanan was irritated to find him poking around in areas of the house where he didn't belong. Or he would climb down the narrow path leading to Mannanan's mountaintop retreat to explore the surrounding countryside. Even punishment did not stop him for long. One day, when his slave was 18 years of age, the wizard found him practicing magic spells. This was the last straw. "You!" Mannanan screamed. "You have read my books of spells and plundered my supplies of powders and potions. You have even ventured into Ludor again, against my expressed command, for nowhere else could you have gathered some of these ingredients. You think you will win your freedom with these tricks?" The wizard sneered. "You shall see your own mistake. You have earned only your own demise." And with that, Mannanan raised his hands menacingly. Suddenly, the earth began to shake, and his slave was no more. Only a small pile of ashes remained where he had stood. "Next time I won't make the same mistake," Mannanan snarled. "I'll never let any more of my slaves reach manhood. I'll have no more accidents." And so the years passed. Mannanan went out and found another small boy to be his slave. He stole him from a country some distance from Ludor to direct suspicion away from himself. Mannanan was more careful with this child and watched him closely. The wizard punished the boy severely when he caught him away from the house, and he made sure the boy didn't get his hands on even any ordinary items that might be transformed into magic charms or potions. On the whole, Mannanan didn't have much trouble with him, but still, on the lad's 18th birthday, the wizard zapped him out of existence. This is actually really screwed up, holy crap. "It's a nuisance, having to train a slave all over again," he mumbled complainingly. "But it's better than having trouble like the last time." And so he went on, every 17 years kidnapping a small boy from his loving parents, then slaying him on the 18th anniversary of his birth. Occasionally, the cycle was shortened slightly when he unfortunately chose a precocious child that learned too much before his 18th year. And time went on. This is terrible. It's like a reverse version of that joke where someone turns 18 and is waiting in the backseat of the car. Oh my god. Not going to read too much of this. We need to draw a map as always. It talks about the magic system here, and the reason I wanted to show this is because A, if you can read that, you're doing better than I am. And B, I do recall seeing these instructions in the walkthrough back in the day. I do recall seeing all of these lines, potentially having to type them into my keyboard exactly line by line. You've got to recite the verses. It's all very, very strict, and this, I guess, is part of the game's copy protection, in addition to some of the puzzle solutions, perhaps. I have had a quick look at them, but I'll take a look at them again right now so we can potentially, I don't know if these can all happen within the game, we can become invisible, we can brew up a storm, thunder and lightning, very, very frightening, we can transform another into a cat, we can randomly teleport somewhere, we can cause a deep sleep, which it looks like we pour powder onto the ground. We can understand the language of creatures, and it looks like we can actually turn into an eagle or a fly if we've got the ingredients. I'll bear those in mind as I'm playing this game, but again, my memory is fuzzy. I do recall reading the walkthrough and seeing these instructions, but I cannot tell you whether or not I've actually done these in-game, how difficult they were to pull off, or anything like that. My memory is shot, it really is. Right, so after spending about 10 minutes with us, let's play the game. So right from the very start, this game seems very different. We're not playing as King Graham, we're playing as a young boy named Gwydion, who may or may not be someone important. We don't know yet. Or at least I don't know, or I don't remember. What do we have up here? About King's Quest 3, version 2.14. We've been playing for 0 minutes and 5 seconds. Mannanan. "Gwydion, my chamber pot needs servicing. Go empty it immediately." I think you'll be able to tell whenever I start a new recording session because Mannanan's voice is going to change. This is a new session from the intro. We need to attend to his chamber pot. Lovely. Up at the top of the screen there, we have a clock. I do know that that plays a part with certain events. We have to do certain events at certain times. I do remember that much. Fortunately, it pauses while we're on these screens or in the pause menu though, so you won't see just how long it takes me to read things or to sort my stuff out. Alright, so let me make a save. And we'll see if we can get this done. This dude did not need to come outside earlier, he can just teleport around. Lovely. This is the main entry room of the wizard's house. The front door is to the south. Creaky stairs go upstairs, and doorways lead north and east. What can we do? Can we look at those candles there? There are 2 candles attached to the wall to light your way up the dim staircase. What about that picture? It's just as it appears. I think that might be generic. The 3 doors lead outside to the north and to the east. The stairway leading upward has wide steps. Several of them are very creaky though. You always try to avoid them when going up or down these stairs. Is there something underneath the stairs perhaps? That won't help. What about these doors over here? Look in a door? No. That's just the same as looking at the candles directly. What about this window here? You can see most of the countryside of Ludor from this vantage point. I really don't know if that's how that's pronounced. I hope it's correct, but we'll find out. Alright, so what have we here? Some sort of dining room. This is where Manannan eats his meals. You, of course, are not supposed to eat here. You eat in the kitchen. There is a pine table and benches large enough to seat at least 10 people, but the wizard has never had any guests for dinner. Interesting. There's something on the table though. It looks like a cup of some sort. The large dining table is made of pine planking. Matching benches run its length on both sides. The table is big enough to seat at least 10 people, 5 per side. There is a little metal cup on the table. I'll be taking that, thank you. You're too far away. Not anymore, we're not. You pick up the little tin cup and carry it with you. Hey, yeah, what are we carrying? We're carrying an empty cup. F4 still works, I need to check out the other options. I forgot about that. This is just a simple metal cup with a handle. I wonder if we can use that to brew potions. Oh, why the blue? Just keep it as black, please. There's nothing interesting there. That's all normal. I just did both of those. We have a clock on and off, but somehow I think I need to leave the clock on. We can pause the game. We don't get the escape option this time. That's good. That was so confusing. And we can change the speed. And I did test and I found this out. Changing the speed does not affect the clock speed. So if I'm too tardy in getting upstairs to empty Manannan's chamber pot because I'm on slow, well, that's my own fault because I could be on fastest, if I can actually spell, and get there much quicker. It makes very little sense. You scrutinize the moose head very carefully, but you see it is nothing but an old head. You do feel sorry for the poor thing though. Was Manannan a hunter? It doesn't look interesting. What about moose? I'm wasting time here. Take moose. The moose head is securely fastened to the wall. You cannot remove it. What have we got in front of us? Like a bench or something? I'm looking at that hat, the thing on the left, the thing on the right. I'm not sure what that is called, a shelf? Doesn't look interesting. What about this window? What about this table? It's going to look at the large table in the center. Dresser? No. Same thing on there. I believe this is the kitchen. This is the kitchen of the wizard's house. Other than your own bedchamber, this is the only place in the house that you can feel you can call your own. The wizard rarely enters the kitchen. On cold days, the fireplace is a cozy place to sit. We can't hang around here. We've got to look for this dude's chamber pot. Just doing a look. Manannan is very private with his study and doesn't like you poking around. The huge oak desk is covered with his writing implements. An oak cabinet is in the corner. There is a chart on the rear wall. The bookshelves are filled with books on every subject. The wizard fancies himself to be quite a scholar. And you know what? That's probably a fair assessment. Just taking a look around here, I don't see a chamber pot, but there's a ton of stuff in this room that we can look at, as well as the kitchen, but we don't have time. We need to empty this dude's chamber pot. It must be upstairs. Right, where are we? This hallway is on the second level of the old wizard's house. There are two stairways here. One goes up and the other leads down. An open doorway is to the north. I can also go right. I think, yeah. Oh, we're looking directly at the tapestry. You have always admired this lovely tapestry. It adds one of the few bright spots to this dreary house. Is that our room? It is. This is your own peaceful bedchamber. Compared to Manannan's fine room, yours is almost a cell. The bed is hard and uncomfortable, with only a threadbare blanket and a small, flat pillow. The other furnishings are junk, but as poor as it is, it's your own haven, as the wizard never enters it. Interesting, so this is safe and the kitchen is safe. Oh, this bedroom is horrible, Jesus. What is with the purple decor? You look at Manannan's elegant bedchamber. You see fine furnishings from a regal bed to a beautifully carved closet. You can't help but compare this handsome room to your own meager cubicle. If it means I don't have to deal with this purple frilly stuff, I'm okay with that. Jeez. Okay, yeah, okay, I can see the pot here. It's just on the left of Gwydion there. Look at pot. Manannan's chamber pot is on the floor beside his bed. Are we just going to pick that up and dump it out the window or something? Let me just put it back to normal. So I said take pot, and we are dumping it out the window. Wrinkling your nose in disgust, you throw the smelly contents of the chamber pot out the open window. What a way to make a living. It's alright, Gwydion. You are 17 years of age. You'll probably be dead soon unless we do something about it. Okay, I've done the task that was required of me. What now? Can I take a look around in here? Can I snoop? Heavy velvet curtains. That's what they are, velvets. They look horribly purple to me. Heavy velvet curtains drape the regal mahogany bed. Velvet and mahogany. Lovely. Don't know what I'm doing there. What about the tapestry? Just as it appears, so it recognizes tapestry now, unlike what we saw in the throne room in King's Quest 1. What else we got in here? We have a closet in the corner, perhaps? A dresser on the right? Something in front of us? Imperfections in the glass make your reflection wavy. Nevertheless, your rags show up all too clearly. But, though in rags, your face is handsome and your body strong. That's what matters, I guess. Look at drawers. There is a small drawer in the front of the mahogany vanity. Ooh. We've got to be quick. In the vanity drawer are many uninteresting items, although the wizard's hand mirror may come in handy. Hand mirror, handy. You grab it, then close the drawer. I hope he doesn't realise that is missing. We did get a point for that. We also got a point for picking up the empty cup. Why does that have an asterisk? Oh, okay. I've got a horrible feeling that asterisk means that it's stolen or something terrible is going to happen in the future, perhaps. The mirror is set in a round oak frame with a long handle. You peer into it and see your rather dirty, but handsome, face. Puts mirror in drawer. You might need it. Put mirror back. Open drawer. You find baubles and trinkets which do not interest you. Okay, he's closed it again. Yeah, I've got a horrible feeling that that asterisk is going to hose us at some point. The closet is fashioned of ornately carved mahogany. There may be something metallic on its top. Really? It's not locked? You see voluminous velvet robes, satin slippers, peaked hats, and soft linen gowns. Take clothing? This seems like a terrible idea. Take clothes. If he catches us in here, we're dead. There's no reason to take it. Wear clothes. Close closet. Climb closets. Look at closet top. Okay. The elegant dresser is made of mahogany. Everything's mahogany in here. Its drawers are graced by beautiful gold knobs. You bang the drawer against your shins repeatedly. Try backing up. Very cute game, very cute. Oh, come on. Having to pixel hunt. You find baubles and trinkets which do not interest you. Suddenly, your eye falls on something that does. A vial labelled Rose Petal Essence, which you eagerly take. Oh my god. Okay, you've done that. Let's get out of here. There's possibly something on top of the dresser as well that I need to look at. There's a kitty. That detestable pet of Manannan's is a constant annoyance. Why? The cat stares at you with cold eyes, his tail twitching slightly. Uh-oh. Oh, jeez. He knew. He knew. You'll create new magic around me, Gwydion. The hateful wizard growls as he takes the offending ingredients from you. He knew. That's a little bit more hardcore than just taking the ingredients from me. He left out the parts where he turned us into ash. Okay. Since you're dead, all you can do is restore a save game or start over. Let's go back here. Am I carrying anything? I'm carrying the mirror. Is he going to rock up? I mean, the fact that that's got an asterisk there is deeply concerning. I didn't get the chance to look at the Rose Petal Essence. I do recall that being part of a potion that is mentioned in the manual, or part of a spell. I have a bed here. The bed is nothing more than a cot, hard and cold, and is difficult to sleep on. Your pillow is small, flat, and made of old rags. Is there something under my bed, maybe? Ugh. You lean down and poke your head under the bed. You see nothing but cobwebs and dust. Can I hide the mirror here? Ooh. Oh, wow. He never comes in here. Okay. You get on your hands and knees and shove it under the bed. It will be safe from the wizard's sharp eyes there. Really? Wow, okay. Look under bed. You bend down and peek under the bed. Your possessions are still safely hidden. They're going to go walkabout, aren't they? Look at its window. We can't see anything from there. We have a mirror. You look into the cracked mirror hanging on the wall. Your reflection shows a tall, handsome lad dressed in dirty rags. What else do we have in front of us? A dresser? Your dresser is a piece of junk. It's full of nicks and scratches, and one drawer is completely missing. You have nothing of any interest in your dresser drawer. Okay. Look behind tapestry. Once again, I've made a terrible mistake. You lift the bottom of the tapestry and peer behind it. The wall is filled with cracks. You can see why Manannan would hang a tapestry here. There are also dozens of charcoal scribbled drawings, diagrams, maps, and notes to programmers with the legend King's Quest IV. But you're uninterested in this since you presently have your hands full with King's Quest III. You lower the tapestry and smooth out the wrinkles. That could have been much worse. I was expecting a lot of plugs or a shout out to one of the other games. Similar to what we saw in King's Quest II with Space Quest I. He's getting out of here. Does that mean we're on our own and we can escape this place? Gwydion, I have decided to take a journey. So he's not telling us where he's going. He's leaving at 6:34. We have some time. Alright, so let's go back in here, grab the essence. Oh, the cat. Is the cat going to dob on us? The way that cat moved just now scares me. Can I pat the cat? The thoughts of doing anything nice to that obscene ball of fur makes you sick. Can I kill the cat? Good idea. Jesus, game. Good idea, but how? As much as you'd love to, you haven't the heart. Gwydion is a nice person confirmed. Open closets. Wear clothes. Take clothes. Take robe. Look in closets. What was in here? Robes, slippers, hats, and gowns. Take robes. Take hats. Take gown. Slippers. I'm terrified that this thing is going to report to his master. It also mentions something on top of the closet. Yeah, if I'm nearby, we just get that. But if I move away, we get something metallic on its top. You are not close enough to reach the top of the closet? Okay. Ooh. You run a hand along the top of the closet. Suddenly, you touch something metallic. Grabbing it, you discover a small brass key. What could it unlock? Have I found anything locked so far? Also, I just want to go back in there when the cat's not in there, just in case that cat has eyes. Okay, let's get the essence. Yeah, that star, I think, means that if we get caught while carrying it, we are screwed. The little vial of rose petal essence has a delicate, sweet aroma. Look at top of closet. Brass key also has an asterisk. The small brass key is brightly polished. Alright, so I have some more stuff. But the thing is, if the wizard comes back, if Manannan comes back and realizes that half his shit is missing, he's going to flip. And he's going to point the finger directly at us. Or his cat. What have we here? You have entered the musty tower of the old wizard's house. A polished brass telescope is directed out a window. From here, Manannan spies upon the poor occupants of Ludor. Why does it say poor occupants? Does he rule over them or something? Like he rules over us? That fly, can I catch that fly? Oh, yes, I can. It's a dead fly. You pick up the dead fly and drop it into your hand. Disgustedly, you look at it. I don't want to carry a dead fly, you think. Picking off its wings, you throw the rest away. Okay, that's very important. We can use those dead fly wings in a spell or a potion. That is absolutely a thing. And once again, that is, I believe, an illegal item. The fly wings are remarkably beautiful for having come from such a disagreeable insect. Yes, someone who lives in Australia who is inundated with flies from time to time, I can agree with that statement. Look at telescope. Manannan has the brass telescope pointed out a window. It is well polished. He uses the telescope to keep tabs on the citizenry of Ludor. He spies on them. What a prick. Can we spy on them too? Have we spied on them before? Look in at telescope maybe? Oh, there we go. You put your eye to the glass. It amazes you how near everything seems. You can even see squirrels climbing faraway trees. No wonder the wizard knows all activities in Ludor. Can we pat the squirrels? You push and pull on the heavy brass telescope, but in vain. It's just too heavy for you. If it's too heavy for you, then surely it's too heavy for the wizard. Nah, he can use magic, can't he? Anything else in here? I don't think so. You hope Manannan doesn't notice the floor needs sweeping. Alright, so let's go back downstairs. Actually, I can't take this, can I? No. The big brass telescope is much too heavy for you to carry. I don't think we can hide that under our bed somehow. Thank you, kitty. Jesus. So at this point, I want to go and check out these other two rooms, the kitchen and the wizard's study, and see if I can quickly pick up anything in there. And then I'll see if I can get out of here. Like actually getting out of here. Because the front door is open. If I find something I can pick up, I'll load and go for it. The kitchen, what do we have? We have a fireplace. Bunch of tables, bunch of barrels, bunch of shelves. You use the heavy oak table when you prepare food for the wizard. Right now, there is a loaf of bread, some fruit, and a mutton chop on the table. Can I take any of that? You take the loaf of bread and carry it with you. Can't spell fruit. You take the fruit and carry it with you. You take the mutton chop and carry it with you. And these are all legal items, I assume. Those asterisks are going to get me killed. You love the smell of freshly baked bread. This is a leftover mutton chop that the old wizard hadn't finished. It still looks appetizing though. The fruit consists of an apple and some grapes. They look sweet, fresh, and juicy. It's just your old oaken bucket. It's of no use. What's in these barrels? Water and something else? The barrels only contain foodstuffs. They are too huge to move. Can I fill my cup? Look in barrels? That looks like a broom. Doesn't look interesting. What else do we have here? Fireplace. As it is now summer, the need to light a fire and cook hot food was diminished. The fireplace is, at the moment, not burning. Can I start a fire? There is no need for you to start a fire in the fireplace, as it is now summer and warm outside. When did that stop anyone? Hide in fireplace? You might need... I don't get that. Get in fireplace? Go up chimney? I don't know what to do. Okay, what about these shelves? The kitchen shelf holds many ingredients and kitchen implements for cooking. One useful item that catches your eye is the clay bowl you use for all of your mixing. Yes, please. It's that blue bowl on the second shelf. You retrieve the clay bowl from the kitchen shelf and take it with you. That is also a legal item. The clay bowl has been your favourite bowl for many years. We're going to mix some spells in that very clearly. The kitchen shelf holds many ingredients and kitchen implements for cooking. Nothing more there. I don't see anything else immediately in here apart from maybe that yellow thing hanging off the line. There are pots, pans, baskets, and drying herbs and spices hanging here. I don't think we can grab that, whatever it is. Talking about this yellow thing to be very clear. Right, let me just quickly grab all this stuff. And we have one more room to immediately check out, and that is directly to our north. What I think was described as the wizard's study. Private with his study, we have an oak desk, an oak cabinet. There is a chart. We have bookshelves. We have what looks like a trash bin here. Nothing there. What about this chart? The chart has no meaning to you. Nothing there. Anything out the window? No. What about the desk? The massive desk is made from oak. The wizard does all of his reading, writing, and calculating here. I'm looking at this thing directly in front of us. But it's not paper. It's something. We're looking at the bookshelves now. So many books line the bookshelf, you wonder when Manannan has time to read them all. Titles cover many subjects from ancient Arabic mythology to a study of the heavens to the philosophies of Socrates. Is there nothing more I can do with this desk? Ooh. You open the large desk's only drawer, but you see nothing interesting. Before your course, you close it. Nothing in the desk. Bookshelf. Yeah, we saw that. Take books. You glance at the titles of the books, but do not see any that interest you. Wait. Was that a glint of metal behind one large book? I don't see it here. I'm looking at the image there, but I don't see it. Wait. Look at metal is the same as look. What was I just looking at? Take book. Glints of metal behind one large book. Oh, geez. A secret passage? Really? You push the large book aside, revealing a metal lever attached to the back of the bookshelf. What was the command there? Look behind book. Okay. Look at lever. The metal lever is attached to the back of the bookshelf. Lovely. We'll check that out in just a moment. This cabinet. The oak cabinet has a brass handle on its door. Your feather duster is lying on its top. It's just as it appears. If I take the feather duster... Yeah, we're cleaning the place. I had a feeling that would happen. We do not need to do this. I need to see what's in that cabinet though. And then I need to see what is behind this bookshelf. Open cabinet. Oh, it was locked. You unlock the oaken cabinet using the brass key. Inside, you find the wizard's magic wand. You take it with you, knowing it could mean death if he finds it missing. After closing the door, you carefully relock it. Can I put that back? I can. You carefully replace the magic wand exactly as you found it. So I don't believe we can replace these other items that we've stolen. But we can replace the magic wand at least. Alright, so let's go around a bit. We have a magic wand. The magic wand is cool and smooth to the touch, and creamy white in colour. You think it might be fashioned from ivory. Mananan is a shithead confirmed. Alright, so there's a lever here. It's attached to the back of the bookshelf. Oh geez. A trapdoor opens, revealing steep stone steps leading into darkness. I haven't even left the house. Oh god. Okay, well that looks dreadful. You are on a flight of steep underground stone steps. They curve downward towards a dim light. The open trapdoor is above you. The trapdoor from the wizard's study is open. Can I close the trapdoor? You reach up and grab the trapdoor, intending to close it. It won't move from this side. You'll just have to leave it open. We have to get back up there and pull the lever again. The steps are made of narrow, rough stones, crudely constructed. I'm going to load, but I just want to see if I can die here. Take that as a yes. It looks like we have some sort of laboratory below us. You look in awe around this torchlit underground room. It appears to be a laboratory. A wizard's laboratory. Against the earthen walls, there are rows of shelves holding numerous jars which contain strange, unknown ingredients. The shelves also hold skeletons of small animals and birds, some human skulls and bones, and other odd instruments whose use you do not know. Against the earth wall is a massive oak table with a spacious worktop. The narrow stone steps lead up to the wizard's study. There's so much stuff here, oh my god. We can get interrupted at any moment as well. He's gone on a journey, but we don't know for how long. What about these torches? Who's maintaining the torches? The burning torches throw flickering shadows across the walls, making the room even more ominous. You curiously gaze at the strange jars of ingredients, the animal and human bones, and other odd implements which line the rows of shelves. You see jars of ingredients resting on labelled shelves, shelves bearing such ghastly names as powdered fish bone, nightshade juice, mandrake root powder, saffron, toad spittle, and toadstool powder. I think I've seen all of these in the manual. Oh boy. This is where we're going to be doing some magic, very clearly. The wizard's desk is curiously empty. You have no further interest in it. I do. I absolutely do. All right. Same thing for these shelves on the right. Against the earth wall is a massive oak table with a spacious worktop. Atop the oak table are a large leather-bound book, a mortar and pestle, a little brazier holding charcoal, and a flint, plus measuring cups, beakers, flasks, and stirrers. Can I read the book, please? Covered with old trimmings, the old book's leather cover is cracked and worn, its pages yellowed and brittle. The title, however, is clear. The Sorcery of Old. You eagerly thumb through page after page of what you assume to be magic formulas. The ink of the old handwriting is faint and barely readable. Most of the formulas are indecipherable, but a few are in a language you know. You treat the old book with great care, as you can tell it contains recipes for some very old and powerful spells. Your hands shake as you realize this book could be the key to your escape from the evil Manannan. Tell me more. This is the part where it's going to say, read the manual. Okay, I can probably take a ton of stuff here. We remove the jar labeled saffron and carry it with us. We remove the jar labeled toad spittle and take it with us. There are many jars of ingredients on the laboratory shelves. Which do you want? I can take everything here, can't I? What was it? Toadstool powder? Oh my god. I've got the saffron, I've got the last three, so mandrake root powder, nightshade, and powdered fishbone. I'm going to have to load shortly, so this is all a waste of time. So I can grab everything there. There is no need for you to carry the mortar and pestle around with you. It will remain on the table for you to use as you wish. So we need to wait for the wizard to leave, grab his wand from upstairs, and then prepare some spells down here. I assume it's the same with the brazier here. Yep, no need to carry the charcoal brazier. The flint belongs here, you have no need for it elsewhere. What else was here? A book, the brazier, the flints, cups, beakers, flasks, and stirrers. I don't think we can pick up any of those, but let me just try. You consider taking it, but decide there is no need to carry it around with you. It will remain on the table. Yep, we've seen that. We've got so much stuff. Oh my god. Within the glass jar, you see your white fishbone powder. It emits a faint, fishy smell. Yeah, fishbone will do that. Saffron. Inside the jar, you see the saffron and orange-yellow powdery substance. We've seen that. The nightshade juice sloshes around inside the glass jar. The glass jar of mandrake root powder has an earthy, bitter smell to it. The cream-coloured toadstool powder is finely textured and nearly odourless, and I had a lot of trouble reading that. Toad spittle is unpleasant stuff, to say the least. You don't say. Alright. I do not feel like actually manufacturing anything yet. I need to get upstairs. Well, firstly I need to load my game and redo this, so that I've used less time on a timer. But let me just go up here. That cat. That cat is a concern. The trapdoor groans shut, disappearing into the floorboards. Can I move the book again? Yes, good. You move the big book back where you found it, so it again conceals the metal lever. You don't want the old wizard to grow suspicious of your activities. Zzz. We unlock that. Do we lose points if we drop the wand? We do not. Right, next question. Can I go up to my room and hide all this stuff? Hide stuff, jeez. That worked. You get on your hands and knees and quickly shove all your possessions under the bed. They will be safe from the wizard's sharp eyes there. We get a lot of points for that. Oh. That was everything. Dropping to your knees, you reach under the bed and retrieve all of your possessions. Both the legal and illegal stuff. Okay. I'll cut in, but what I'll do is I'll quickly redo all that, and hopefully I'll get a few more minutes on the clock. I'll be back in a sec. Before you replace the book, you'd better shut the trapdoor. Wise advice. So what I'll do shortly after this little session is I will take a look at the manual. I'll probably transcribe the potion recipes because trying to read them in that manual it's awful. I can barely read the fonts. And then I need to see what I've got and what I can potentially do. Because clearly, casting spells and making potions and whatnot is going to be a massive aspect of this game. I can see that already. I don't know what else we can do here, so I think what I'll do is I'll try and negotiate these stairs down. Come on. You open the front door of the house and go outside.